How does a team missing its biggest stars walk in and control an entire game like it's nothing? Because that's exactly what San Antonio just did. No Wemby, no problem. And the way they pulled this off raises one serious question. Did the Spurs just expose something the league isn't ready for? When a team loses its franchise player hours before tip-off, most fans lower their expectations. They start hoping instead of believing. But the Spurs didn't walk into this game hoping for anything. They walked in with a message. And by the time the final buzzer echoed across Frostbank Center, that message was loud enough for the entire league to hear. Because this wasn't supposed to be their night. Wemby was out. Dylan Harper was sidelined. Stephon Castle went down mid-game. 3 young pillars, gone. The foundation shaken. The pressure immense. And yet, the team didn't collapse. They didn't hesitate. They didn't blink. They responded with fire. And that fire started with one person, De'Aaron Fox. Fox came into this night with a quiet storm building in his chest. This wasn't just another game for him. This was a face-off with the team that traded him away, the team that believed he wasn't the future, the team that bet on a different direction. Revenge games always hit differently. But this one felt personal. From the first possession, Fox controlled the floor like he was conducting an orchestra. Every dribble, every step, every burst of speed had purpose. You could feel his rhythm before you even saw it. The Kings tried to trap him, hedge him, cut him off, but Fox moved like air. He carved through defenders with the calm rage of someone who's been waiting months for this exact moment. 28 points, 11 assists, only 2 turnovers, and a +20 impact that transformed the entire momentum of the game. It wasn't just the numbers, it was when he delivered them. Big shots when the Kings tried to steal momentum. Cold-blooded threes when the building started buzzing. Perfect reads out of pressure. A leadership presence that made everyone around him breathe easier. This wasn't De'Aaron Fox playing well. This was De'Aaron Fox making a statement. I'm here, and this franchise is mine to elevate. But he didn't do it alone. Because while Fox was slicing the Kings apart from the perimeter, someone completely unexpected was dominating the game from the inside. Luke Kornet, a center who spent most of his career as a quiet role player, suddenly looked like he'd been waiting his whole life for this exact night. With Wemby out, the matchup board changed instantly. The Kings planned for a 7-4 to unicorn. Instead, they got a 7-2 surgeon, cutting them piece by piece with efficiency so clean it almost felt disrespectful. 5 shots, 5 makes, 11 rebounds. Not a single wasted movement. This was Kornet's 4th perfect shooting night of the month, and if you think that's a coincidence, you're not paying attention. The man has upgraded his confidence, sharpened his timing, and embraced a role that fits him like it was tailor-made. And Harrison Barnes? He didn't just show up. He arrived like a silent assassin. Against his former team, he played with the efficiency of a veteran who understands exactly where every defender will be before they even move. Pull-up mid-range, corner threes, a smooth runner. A transition finish that had the crowd rising like a wave. Barnes dropped 20 points with the type of ease that only comes from years of reps and a level of calm only champions possess. There's a reason they call him Mr. 100%. But beyond the headline stat lines, there was something deeper happening. Something raw. Something that told the league this team isn't just building, they're bonding. Jeremy Sochan played with a renewed confidence you could feel from the first minute. The jumper that used to draw size now draws silence, the good kind. 11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and the type of defensive switches that glue an entire scheme together. Sochan didn't just look comfortable, he looked complete. Keldon Johnson was a wrecking ball at the rim. 12 rebounds, constant energy, 0 hesitation, 0 fear. Sure, none of his threes dropped, but he punished the Kings inside every single time they forgot his strength. 7 makes, all inside the arc. That one near 3 with the toe barely on the line. It summed up his whole game. Aggressive, hungry, relentless. Devin Vassell played with swagger. 7 assists, a monster dunk that electrified the arena. And the poise of someone who knows his best basketball is still ahead of him. He's not shooting to stay relevant. He's shooting to take over. Champagny knocked down a clutch 3 exactly when the Spurs needed a momentum swing. Carter Bryant added valuable minutes. Even Ulay came in and hit a 3 like it was just another drill. This wasn't one guy carrying the load. This was an army. And the craziest part? The offense wasn't even the most impressive thing. It was the rebounding. 9 offensive boards, 9 extra chances, 9 plays that ripped hope away from the Kings and fed it right back into San Antonio. Winning the glass without your 7'4" superstar. That's not effort, that's identity. Even the passing told a story. Fox, 11 assists, Vassell, 7 assists. Castle, 5 assists before the injury. That's not luck, that's connection. This team has been struggling with chemistry all year. Fox and Wemby still learning each other. Castle and Fox adjusting. Breakdowns in communication haunting them just last week. People whispering that the fit wasn't perfect, that it might take too long, that maybe the hype was ahead of schedule. But tonight everything clicked in a way that felt intentional, not accidental. It didn't matter that Wemby was out. It didn't matter that Castle left early. It didn't matter that Harper is still working toward his return. San Antonio played like a group that finally realized something powerful. They don't need to wait for the future. They can start acting like the future right now. And while the win itself was impressive, the way it happened is what shook the league. The Spurs played smart, they played physical, they played together, and they played without fear. When a team plays like that without its biggest star, everyone takes notice. A team missing weapons usually gets exposed. But the Spurs showed depth, they showed maturity, they showed growth. This wasn't a fluke, this wasn't some random hot night. This was a blueprint of what this team can be when everything aligns. Fox as the engine, Wemby as the force of nature, Barnes as the steady hand, Vassell as the connector, Keldon as the muscle, Sochan as the glue, Cornet as the surprise weapon that teams keep underestimating. Take all of that, mix in tightening chemistry, and you get something dangerous, something real, something sustainable, something the league needs to prepare for before it's too late. Because tonight's message wasn't just, we won. It was, we don't break. It was, we're deeper than you think. It was, we're coming. And the scariest part? This win came without Wembanyama, one of the most impactful players in the league, ever stepping onto the floor. Imagine what happens when Fox and Wemby fully sync, when Castle grows into the role he was drafted for, when Harper returns with his dynamic scoring, when the entire roster finds rhythm at the same time. If tonight was the preview, the rest of the NBA might not be ready for the main event. This wasn't just a win, this was a warning shot, a statement, a shift, a moment that fans will look back on months from now and say, that's where it started. 78-4 might have been a joke tonight, but after watching how they played, it suddenly doesn't feel impossible. San Antonio didn't just beat the Kings, they announced themselves, and the league just felt the ground move. All right, that's the story for today. If you felt that energy the same way I did, let me know what you think down below. Drop a like if you enjoyed the ride, share it with another Spurs fan, and hey, if you're new here, hit subscribe so you're here when the next chapter drops.